has a wall up in this situation. Okay? So, I don't know, Cancer. Like, they've got their walls up, they're not giving a peace offering. And it feels like if you start to get in and push around at this Capricorn to try to make something happen, this person's going to blow up on you. They're going to shut down even more if that's possible because they feel very shut down. And so you need to say in your heart, in your mind space, Cancer, is this an untenable situation? Can I continue like this? Or do I want to continue like this with a person that is going to shut down? Because I feel like even to resolve things right now with your Capricorn and get into a decent space with them, you're going to later on down the road run into again where your Capricorn shuts down again. So I don't feel like this is a one off situation where you can resolve this and move on happily, happily. I think your Capricorn is just going to continue to build walls and shut things down. So make a decision regarding if that is something that you can continue to deal with over time, because otherwise it's going to break you down in ways that you'll end up not even recognizing yourself, Cancer. All right, so those are the messages that I have coming through for Cancer and the Capricorn. Let's take a look at Cancer and Libra. I have the Two of Cups with the Empress in reverse. And I do see a situation where there is love and partnership here, but Cancer, your Libra is looking at you as if you are not living up to your end of the bargain here in your relationship. Okay? So there's a willingness because of the affection here to work things out. But Cancer, you need to talk to your Libra and see what it is that they need and want or feel that you need to be bringing to the table that you're not. And then you need to look at that objectively and see if that is something that you can come to terms with and come to an agreement with your Libra to make happen. Okay? Not to say that you should bend to someone's will and be their doormat. I'm just saying, if your Libra has this viewpoint, you need to get to the bottom of it and see what it is that they are looking for that has them so unhappy. And see if that is something that you are capable and willing to do. All right? So those are my messages for Cancer and their Libra. And let's get our last three here on the board. And I have Cancer and their Aries, Cancer and their Gemini, and Cancer and another Cancer. All right. So Spirit, let's get those messages on the board for Cancer. Whoa, cards flying again. All right. All right, and let's get some clarifiers out here, Spirit. All right. So Cancer and their Aries have the messages of the Seven of Wands in the reverse being clarified by the Six of Wands in the reverse. Very funny. So it's not funny, but it's like when I see the cards come up in an order 6 and 7 of the same suit. That always strikes me because it feels here like Aries felt like they were at a certain place with you, and then everything took a step back. And basically, Aries feels as though they let down their defenses. They let you into their heart space in a way that maybe they haven't let others in ever. And it's not working out. So Aries is kind of falling back into the fierceness or the fiercer side of their personality, which feels incredibly rough to you, incredibly mean and mean spirited to you. But it's all being fueled by the fact that they felt like they were at a certain place with you, and then something in particular happened that that pushed you back to square one. And they are incredibly resentful, is what I'm getting from this. All right. So you need to address that again. This is where that revealing talk needs to happen, because I feel like you may feel as if you know what that event was that pushed things back to square one. But I feel like having the conversation with the Aries is going to reveal some things that you had no idea about. And those are the things that you need to sit down and address with your Aries to see how you move forward. This feels resolvable between the two of you, but it's just going to take you sitting down and having the honest talk so that you are on the same page with your Aries, because right now you are squarely not on the same page. All right, so those are my messages for Aries and Cancer. Cancer and their Geminis, I have the messages of the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, as well as the Five of Wands, and this is chaotic. Oh my God. So Gemini hasn't been putting up exactly what you think they should be putting up. In other words, they haven't been holding their own or living up to their part of the deal, or living up to what they should be in this relationship according to you, Cancer. And this has thrown things into chaos, because I feel like emotion versus logic has been this fight of emotion versus logic, where the Gemini is painting you to be overly emotional and ridiculous, and then you are dealing with feeling like you're being beat down with that stick that Gemini keeps hitting you with. All right. And Gemini keeps coming at you from different angles, and you feel like you're in a situation, Cancer, where day to day you don't even know what to expect with your Gemini. All right. So this, I am afraid, does feel like it needs a third party to come in and help out, whether that's a counselor or someone versed in that type of thing, because Gemini seems to be engaged in this act of confusing you, and keep you emotionally off balance. And it's just spinning and spinning, and it's getting more and more chaotic. And I feel, Cancer, you're going to need help to resolve this. Okay? I'm not going to say I wouldn't even attempt to resolve it on my own with the Gemini. I'm just going to say that it's going to be a lot of frustration if you do try to do that. So consider getting help for this. All right. So those are the messages for Cancer and the Gemini. So we're going to move on to Cancer and another Cancer. If you're dealing with another Cancer, your messages are the Nine of Wands in the reverse, along with the Two of Cups. So this Nine of Wands in the reverse feels like there's a need here with your Cancer to let down your defenses. You feel incredibly guarded. It feels as if things have happened that leave you in a it feels like PTSD type energy, where things are triggering both of you, and no one knows how to take their hand off the trigger. But there's love here. There is a strong bond and connection. It's going to take you having that heart to heart conversation, where you each talk about what the other is doing that is triggering you. And then there has to be a resolve on both of your parts to take your hand off the trigger, and how to communicate in those moments where you feel triggered, how to communicate to your partner that you're triggering me. Let's take a break. Let's not a break from the relationship, just let's take a breather and talk about this, right? And that has to happen on both your parts. You both have to really just be clear of what your triggers are, what's triggering you, and it's almost like having a safe word of I'm being triggered. Let's breathe for a minute in our own quarters, come back and talk about this, because the love and the connection is there. You just need better communication. You need more honest communication. All right. So those are my messages, Cancer. I wish you the best with resolving your situations. My information will be in the description box if you do need a personal reading. And for those of you who do need to seek counseling, I encourage you, if your connections are connections that you want to stay in. Okay. All right, Cancer. Until next time, take care.